Nintendo is doomed, everyone. So doomed, in fact, that they just topped $250 million in revenue over the course of a 5-day period, the big sale period here in the United States. In fact, the Nintendo Switch, it became the best-selling Nintendo console in U.S. history for that 5-day period, surpassing even the best sales of Nintendo Wii. It was also the Switch's, in general, best-selling week if you include the full 7-day period ever in the United States. And this is according to Nintendo themselves. They sent out an email to me, a PR email, and my word is that impressive. In fact, let me get over how impressive it is. They gave me some bullet points to go over. The Nintendo Switch hardware sales grew 115% compared to the same period last year. Lifetime sales of Nintendo Switch in the U.S. alone, by the way, which is entering only its second holiday season, have reached more than 8.2 million units. Sales of first-party games, including digital downloads, topped 1 million units from November 22nd to the 26th, beating 2017's totals by 78%. Nintendo Switch game Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have combined to sell 1.5 million units in the U.S. since November 16th. Super Mario Party surpassed lifetime U.S. sales of 1 million units, becoming the fastest-selling Mario Party game ever, and the fifth among first-party Nintendo Switch games alone, which include Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Odyssey, and Splatoon 2. Remember that 20 million figure that Nintendo's aiming for? This is the kind of thing you want to hear for Nintendo to have a shot at this. Now, they are getting some of this information from Adobe Analytics they mentioned in their PR email, and Adobe Analytics has the Nintendo Switch listed, by the way, listed as the 4th best-selling item during that 5-day sale period. Adobe Analytics is highly accurate in their analysis every single year for that sale period. So, needless to say, Nintendo Switch just wrecked it this holiday. It is the best holiday sales they've ever had, and this is before Super Smash Bros. Lands, a week and some change from now. In a week and a few days, Super Smash Bros. Graces us, which is going to boost sales again in December. I find this to be so impressive. I find this to be so just mind-blowingly numbing to me. Anyone predicting that Nintendo is doomed, anyone acting like Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing, anyone who thinks Switch is a joke needs a wake-up call. I realize 2018 has been a little bit of a down year when it comes to, true blue system sellers. Then again, until Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee came out, it's the only one that really significantly moved the needle on its own outside of a holiday period. Still, wow. I mean, Super Mario Party is over 1 million. That just released last month. Just in the U.S., it's over 1 million. Holy crap. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, over 1.5 just in the U.S. Probably by the end of this year, over 2, maybe over 3. Just in the U.S. I am so impressed with these sales. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to think anymore. Does this mean Nintendo is going to hit their 20 million mark? I don't know. 115% increase over 2017. I don't think anybody saw that. Because you got to remember, what did they have heading into the holidays last year, right? Not only did they still have Breath of the Wild, for those who hadn't picked it up yet, in Splatoon 2 and ARMS and all that stuff, they also had Super Mario Odyssey. And what this is telling you is that the combination of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, combined with Smash Bros. Coming out, was a lot bigger deal than Super Mario Odyssey combined with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, combined with the entire back library of Switch games in 2017. Now remember, obviously the entire back library of Switch games still matters even for this holiday period, especially since some of them, like Breath of the Wild, did go on sale for $40 to $45 at select retailers. And there were a lot of deals for Switch that gave people perceived money off. As an example, on Cyber Monday, There was a really sweet deal with GameStop, of all places, where, yes, you would have to spend $300 to buy a Nintendo Switch, but you would get a $50 GameStop gift card, and then you would also get a $35 credit on the Nintendo Switch eShop, which essentially made the system cost $215, the cheapest Nintendo Switch has ever been, because that money that you then have, you could use on games or whatever you feel like, peripherals, etc. So I am honestly shocked at these numbers. I expected the Switch to do well this holiday, by the way. I expected it to do well in comparison to 2017. I thought it would at least match what happened in 2017. But to see an increase of over 100%, it's not just a 100% increase, 115% increase over last holidays. Last year's stellar holiday period. Now remember, worldwide last year, Nintendo sold around 8.5 to 9 million units worldwide. If this 115% increase ends up being close to true on average across the entire world in terms of the increase in sales for Switch, I mean, Nintendo could have moved 15, 16 million just in this holiday period. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if this is true in Japan, this is true in Europe, the two other major territories for Switch, if it's true in those countries as well? 20 million? Yeah, they could get there just from the holidays. And this is not counting spring sales. This is not, again, it will count December sales because December sales were part of the story in terms of last holiday period. So again, and we still have December coming up with Smash Bros. So I guess the question I want to throw to you guys is, do you guys feel like Nintendo is going to hit their 20 million based on these new numbers we now have? The 8.2 million just in the U.S., 115% increase year over year during that 5-day shopping period, from Black Friday through Cyber Monday. It really started on Thursday on Thanksgiving. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that, and I am very curious to see what you guys have to say about this down in the comments below. Remember the big news, Nintendo Switch hardware sales grew by 115% in the U.S. The total Switch install base in the U.S. is at 8.2 million. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee has sold 1.5 million. Just in the U.S., Super Mario Party has surpassed 1 million in the U.S. It is now the fastest selling Super Mario Party game of all time. And obviously The Legend of Zelda, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, and Splatoon 2 are also the other million sellers. For just some fun facts to round this out before I end the video, the Nintendo 3DS itself has now hit 22 million total units in the U.S., and then Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon have sold 2.2 million units, not just this holiday, just in total. So there was some bump in sales for that during this period. And if you're wondering about the classic systems, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition has sold 2.5 million in just the U.S., and the Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition has sold 2 million just in the U.S. So impressive stuff. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Remember to enter our Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway. There's a Gleam.io link down in the description, and I will catch all of you guys in the next one.